Welcome to The Source for market research, news, insights, and commentary, specifically for the pharmaceutical, healthcare, biotech, and medical device fields. This is Pharma Market Research Video Report, and we're sponsored by Mark Research, which believes that strong brands start with smart research. Let's get started with market research news in the fields that we bet you haven't heard. The Intelligence Advanced Research Projects Agency, otherwise known as IARPA, is running an open source indicators program, and it has two goals. One is using publicly available information to predict events, including, among other things, disease outbreaks. IARPA program manager Jason Matheny told USA Today that its researchers tracking social media and web searches have been able to detect outbreaks of the flu and rare diseases in Latin America up to 2 weeks earlier than local news or government health agencies. But remember, I said IARPA has two goals, and the second is to inform U.S. policymakers about major events early enough to make a difference. This open source data search may lead to an early warning system so that administrators can get a jump on disease outbreaks. Next, the medical device industry is growing very nicely, but there is a major problem that is stifling even greater growth. According to a study by Deloitte Consulting and the Manufacturing Institute, the medical device business is suffering shortages and skill deficiencies on the production side, and those are having a significant negative impact on medical device operational expansion and productivity improvement. Operon Research Management President and CEO Steve Sawin wrote in the Boston Globe that over half of leading global medical device companies are U.S.-based, and they are consistently exporting more than they are importing, which makes them doubly important to the U.S. economy. However, there are too few candidates who have medical device manufacturing-related skills, and there are pronounced skill labor shortages in quality, regulatory, R&D, and facilities areas. Unfortunately, those skills in demand are not at all transferable from similar positions in other industries, and employee poaching between medical device companies has been rampant and continues to be so. But if there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel, Sawin says it might be the Obama administration and Labor Department's Medical Device Harmonization Initiative. It is funding the Community College Consortium for Biosciences Credentials, and included in that work is creation of a medical device industry standard for 5 functional areas. It's also building a curriculum for community colleges across the United States so they can start to build a reservoir of newly trained applicants with needed knowledge and capabilities. Next, ABI Research is projecting 90 million wearable devices will ship this year. Medical, wellness, and sports and activity wearable devices will be the bulk of these shipments. However, the impact of those is very much in question. So says Stephen Steinbuhl, a physician who studies mobile health devices and apps at Scripps Health in La Jolla, California. He told MedPage today, quote, "There are a lot of good reasons to think mobile health devices will improve outcomes, but the hard evidence to support that is for the most part lacking," end of quote. In a related matter, HartfordBusiness.com reported from the Digital Health Summit, which ran concurrently with the recent Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, that wearable fitness and healthcare technology is, quote, "fueling a reboot of employer wellness programs," end of quote. Reporter Norm Bell wrote that employee-driven, feel-good health programs that encourage participation through cool, wearable fitness technology that also allows users to monitor their progress in real time is especially hot. Moving on, we're proud to call Dick Vanderveer a supporter of PMR Video Report. His track record is one of a kind in our industry. He's created and sold 3 different successful pharma market research companies. But even after those experiences, Dick's heart and soul remain in the industry that he's helped move forward for 40 years. He asked us for 2 minutes to make a comment. How could we say no? Take it away, Dick.
I've been a regular follower of Bob Lederer's RBDR for the 2 years that it's been around. It's purposely focused on general marketing research, but I find that the principles that I learn from the report every day are extremely valuable in the work that I do in biopharmaceutical marketing research. But our area, our vertical, needs something in addition. And I'm pleased to see that Bob is going to be introducing that. Why do we need something in addition? We've got fundamental changes going on in our arena. I could go on for hours, but I'd like to list two of the changes that I think are most important, that I'm most interested in keeping up with. Change number one is structural. Accountable care organizations, ACOs, IDNs, the whole alphabet soup that we now have to deal with are changes that are important to all of us. Why? Changes of stakeholders we have to research and the issues that we need to examine. Methodologies, too, are changing. I think one of the most fundamental changes that we're seeing is a change, as some writers describe it, from active marketing research, where we go out and do one-off projects, to passive marketing research, where we use big data to keep track of not what people think they're doing, but what they're actually doing. I need perspectives on this. I need perspectives from a number of different observers of our vertical. I'm looking forward to getting that in the PMR video report.
Thanks for your time and your attention and your ideas, Dick. And if you'd like to get in touch with Dick Vanderveer, here's his email. Finally, Cutting Edge Information's latest study, Pharmaceutical Big Data Insights, describes it as a relatively new concept, but it has dedicated teams in place at half of the top 10 pharmaceutical companies. Although no one has figured out yet at all how to tame big data's potential, it is catching on. 63% of surveyed companies without big data teams plan to establish one in their organizations within the next few years. That's your Pharma Market Research video report, sponsored this week by Mark Research. Strong brands start with smart research. If you'd like to sponsor our videos, please email info@rflonline.com. We'll see you next week with our next report, and in the meantime, we'd love to hear what you think about what we're doing on Pharma Market Research Video Report. You can email me directly at rflbob@gmail.com.